afternoon. It is Friday, March the 5th, 2021. And I am here, and you are there. And I'm still struggling with this new screen that is different from screens. However, I'm sure we will make it work. I am today using, somebody's here, using the Wisdom of the Garden Path, my amazing deck that I have been so fortunate as to be able to bring into the world. Okay, I keep closing little wee windows. Hello, Eileen. Yes, you may have a card. Of course you may have a card. That will be my pleasure. Absolutely. Okay, I don't understand. This is saying that I've been live for 25 minutes. That is entirely untrue. Don't understand this new screen they've given me. Okay, hello Cheryl. I've seen your name here before. I need these, otherwise I don't know what's going on at all. All right, so today I do not have a particularly set theme beyond just allowing the cards to tell us what we need to know. Eileen's card. Oh, I love the yellow flowers. I do. This is for Eileen. And Cheryl, if you would like a card, let me know in the comments. Eileen, it's number 35, which is 3 is the point of inspiration, 5 is where we grow and expand, and they come together as an 8, which is that flow of cosmic energy. It's that fairness and balance and understanding, which of course curiosity, as these as sunflowers track the path of the sun across the sky, as if they care where it's going and are curious about it. It allows for that exchange of energy that is sunlight with plant life, that is the basis for our very existence on this planet. So being interested and observing and being involved. Blooming. It is. I don't know what specifically that might be about in your world, Eileen, but it's lovely. It is a really nice energy. Okay, Cheryl, let's see what the cards want you to know. And I see this is moving. Regina's here. Hello, welcome. This is good. I have found out there are people in the world who set an alarm. Chantal, how good. It thrills me all to pieces. Okay, so Cheryl, the cards want you to know. Regina has said yes. Chantal and Forrest. Absolutely, I can pick a card. Yes. So I'm reading for Cheryl now. Okay, Cheryl. I don't believe I know you. You're welcome, Eileen. I can't like there's no information popping up. That might just be because I've forgotten it, in which case I apologize. But what you have pulled is the design card. It's number 14. So 1 is you, that central core identity that is Cheryl. And 4 is that really practical, stable, solid, reliable energy that we can build on, right? And we add those up, we get a 5, which is growth and expansion. And of course, the best growth comes on a solid foundation. This card is very often about applying yourself to creating a design, to creating an agenda, to making a list of the steps and stages that you want to go through, or depending on where you're headed, creating a design of how you're going to get there step by step. And if you've got something that you're thinking maybe you'd kind of like to, then the card is saying, make the list, make the plan, and start at both ends. If you know that the only thing you can do today is put your slippers on, then put that as the first thing you're going to do. But if you know that what you want to get to is I don't know, hand feeding a yak, put that at the end, and then work the list from both ends. What do you have to do the day before you go and hand feed a yak? You need to be in the right place. You need to have the right gloves. I have no idea. I don't know. But and tomorrow, when you've already figured out how to get your slippers on, you can look at saving the money and doing whatever it takes for you to get towards that yak. Is this making any sense at all? Oh, we have a spammer in the room. I'm so sorry, people. I try so hard, and you know, during the week, even during the week, I have to go in. The last time I got rid of one during it, it did all sorts of dreadful things to my page. Okay, so far so good. All right, so that's hidden. Okay, Cheryl. I don't know that you ever want to go and hand feed a yak, but make a plan, make a design to get you where you want to be. Regina, I am going to read for you, and then for Chantal. You actually set an alarm. That is just amazing. Thank you. Oh, I don't know if you can see this one. No, it says unhide comment, so I guess that means it's hidden. All right, Regina. The cards want you to know. Oh, I guess those ones don't want any part of it. I knew it was down here, though. All right. Oh, Regina, I don't know what goes on with you either. We have number 31, which is a gorgeous number. 3 is that point of inspiration, the intuition, the place where new information comes into the physical world because it has come through you from the cosmos. And the 1 is you, yourself. So the inspiration and you coming together as that practical 4 that I was just talking about, how strong and stable that is. And this card is indicating that there is a new love for you. It doesn't have to mean a new romance. It can be a new child, a new grandchild. It can be a new enthusiasm. If you have suddenly figured out it's time to write a blog about hand feeding yaks, and you are going to be all consumed by that, and you're just going to love doing the work and doing the research and doing all of that, it can be something like that. But it's something that is going to enhance and elevate your energy levels. It's going to raise your vibration, and it's going to move you much closer to the pure love that is the source of the universe. It's going to lift you up. Yes, I will try to keep my arms under control. So that's a really nice card. I really like that. These are lilacs that are just beginning to the little tiny individual blossoms are beginning to open in the sun. So it's started. There's there's a crack in there that the light is getting in. It's getting ready to really, really bloom, which is lovely. All right, I'm going to read first for Chantal. And how are we doing? I do. Hey, Cookie. Hey, Janet. Hey, Tanya. Oh, my gracious. Everybody's here. Okay, so I'm going to, where we are, I am going to pick a card for Forest. And I really hope, let me know whether you are seeing the messages from the spammer, because it makes me very unhappy when they show up. This is for Forest, what the cards want Forest to know. Ooh, it's complicated. All right, so number 23, Forest. And this is a picture of winter branches. They're actually, yeah, grapevines in the winter with all the leaves gone. So number 23, 2 is about who you are with other people. So I know you're there with your mom. It's your mom, it's your household, it's your, if you're in school, it's your friends for sure, online or offline. It's that energy of being part of a group rather than just by yourself. And 3 is your place of imagination and thinking stuff up, or thinking you're thinking it. Actually, that's the universe giving you ideas to bring into the world. And they're adding up together. The 2 and the 3 make a 5, and 5 is the number of expansion and growth and just blossoming. And you're at a time in your life when you're growing, your body is growing and your mind is growing and learning things, and your spirit is growing, and your ability to love people and care for people is growing. There's so much about you at this time that is just stepping into a way bigger life than yours used to be. And that is a complicated time for sure. But I know that you can talk to the adults who are around you, and I know that you can. You're certainly really good at explaining to others what's going on with you. So I think it might feel really, really complicated, but it might start to make more sense when you do talk about it, whatever is happening. So I hope that makes sense. All right, Chantal. The cards say. The cards say. The cards say. Oh, oh, I love it. You got a 5 too. So forests is totaling 5, and yours just is a 5. So all of that growth, and you're I think it would be fair to say that you can imagine any number of different ways to move forward. You're in a place right now where you're kind of stagnant, or not stagnant, but stable maybe. These leaves are frozen. They're going nowhere. They're doing nothing. They can imagine what it was like. They can remember last season when they were green and photosynthesizing, and they can imagine what it'll be like next when they're able to fall and reintegrate into the earth. But for right now, there's only now, and everything else is imagination. So deciding where you want to go next, deciding where that 5 growth is going to be, pretty much entirely up to you. So that's a neat card for you to get. Okay, Janet says hi, cuz. Janet, do you want a card? You have to tell me, Janet. I'm sorry. Hi, Joe. Hello, my beautiful friend. Cookie says yes, please. There we go. It's starting. Okay, and Pam. Hello, Pam, somewhere in America. And Penelope would love a card. This is good. Okay, Regina, I'm glad that was lovely. I've forgotten it already. So Cookie is next, and other people, please let me know if you would like a card. But I will not draw for you if you don't ask me to. All right, so this is for Cookie. All right. Again, I don't know what's going on with you, Cookie, but you got number one, beginning, which is really nice. They're number one. You know, there was nothing, and then there was something, and that's where you're at with something in your life. There's lots of. This is a daylily, and the leaves from last season don't fall off and blow away like maple trees or something like that. They're still attached, but they're dead. They're yellow. They're wet. You can see they're limp and sort of what's the word I want? But they represent they offer a little bit of an obstruction to the new growth that's coming through. And the message of this is it doesn't matter what went before. You are coming up through in this new season. You're beginning, and whatever you can draw a line under last year's leaves. They're just because they're in their way doesn't mean that they have to stop you. You can just forge ahead and get to the light and start being green as much as you possibly can. The number one, of course, is that center that is you. And if you're starting new projects, it's because something in you is bubbling up to express itself. So that's a lovely, lovely phase to be in. And if you're not in that phase, you're going to be soon. So that's really rather nice. Okay. Pam, I think you're the next one who said yes. Cookie said yes, please. Pam said yes. And then Penelope. So Pam and then Penelope. And okay, Forrest thinks that's cool. Good. I am glad. I think Forrest's pretty cool. Okay, Pam. Mm. Okay, Pam, we have the apples on the forest floor that have lost all hope of ever being apples ever again. 21. 2 is that community energy, who you are in relationship, who you are when you're with other people, the person you become when you're with other people, because it is then Pam accompanied. And then the 1, which is Pam purely at the core, and that beautiful, beautiful soul that is and always was and always will be, adding up to a 3. And 3 is the number of creativity and inspiration and imagination and being the hollow reed through which new energy, new ideas, new concepts can enter into the human experience. In order for that to happen, there has to be a space for it to come through. There has to be a letting go of all the old rules in order for the new rules to make sense. There has to be, it's sort of the when someone closes a door, somebody else opens a window, right? There's you have to release the idea that you're always going to go through the door before you can embrace the idea that actually scrambling in through the bathroom window is the only way to go because you've lost your keys. It's about, and I think maybe we're a lot of us in this situation where we just have to release the preconceptions, release the expectations, release the old dreams, the path that we thought we were going to be walking down, because to cling to the old ideas now is to resist reality. So releasing that which is not here and now is is a big part of that energy. Does that make any sense? I feel a bit as if I'm rambling. Okay, that was Pam. I'm going to Penelope. Penelope. Okay, I have, all right, Penelope would love a card. Number 17, the abundance card. Again, Penelope, don't know what's going on in your life, but there's lots of it. The abundance card, this is you, is the one. You, your central identity, your very self. 7 is called the teacher. And sometimes there are hurdles that have to be got over with I mean, that's what learning is. If everything was beautiful, we'd just lie around wrapped in cotton wool and we wouldn't learn a thing. So the combination of you and the lessons that you've been presented with, they're coming together, adding up to 8, which is that gorgeous cosmic flow, that energy coming in, going out really, really nicely, and bringing you an abundant supply of the things that you really need. Sometimes, not very often, this is indicative of financial prosperity, but more than that, it's about having an abundance of love and laughter and acceptance and respect and meaning in your life and purpose when you get out of bed, and the abundances that really, really make a difference and that grow your life. And as those things flow, the more they flow, the more there are, and it's just a really delightful energy to be in. I hope that that is manifesting for you beautifully. Okay, source of imagination. Yay, Tanya would love a card. Okay, and then Nehal, and then hi, Debbie. Yes. All right, so Tanya first, then Nehal, and then Debbie. And it strikes me, I had a couple of other people got a hold of me, said they were going to be here. Oh, it's only 2:22. Oh, we've got all kinds of time. All right, that is lovely, Penelope. Yes, and I do hope that you're seeing evidence of it in your world. Okay, Tanya, good to see you. Today is the 5th. We're getting closer and closer to being able to spend some time together. I'm looking forward to it. This is this where I am? Did I get everybody in between? Yes, because I got Penelope. All right, cool. Tanya. Now, I do know a little bit of what's going on in your life, and I think this is a very correct card. Take the time to breathe. 4 is that practical, sensible, solid, reliable energy, and I know you're having to do practical things right now. And you are indeed putting down a foundation on which you will build later, but taking time. This burr is not going to ever grow into a burdock shrub or bush or whatever they are, until the conditions change. So working with the conditions exactly as they are, which I know that's what you're doing right now. And of course, ultimately, this snow is going to melt, and that burr is going to hit the soggy ground underneath and start tunneling a root right down and be able to launch the leaves upwards but in this moment, which is all we have, just stopping and taking a breath and being with what is and working with the the circumstances as they present themselves. That's all you can do. But don't forget to breathe. It's very easy to get all knotted up about what's going on, and there's no benefit to that. Okay, Nehal, I don't recognize your name. Maybe you've been here before. If you have, I'm sorry, I've forgotten. And if you haven't, well, welcome. I'm so glad. It's always lovely to see new people. So today the cards will tell Nahal they want Nahal to know oh well, if this is your first time, this is the perfect. Hola, Terry Edgar. Good to see you. Exploring. This is a bramble vine taking off over a piece of land that didn't used to be available, but now it is. Number 32. I think, did we have 23 already? That's so interesting. So 3 as your point of inspiration, the place where new ideas and dreams and solutions to problems can come through you from the cosmos into the world. 2, which is the energy that you're welcome, Pam. The energy that you are expressing when you're with other people, your relationship energy. And they're adding together to a 5, which is about growth and expansion, exactly as this bramble bush is going up. Used to be a driveway, that kind of sandy ground. It's packed earth, and the car started using a different route. So the brambles decided they would have the driveway for themselves, and they went off exploring to see what they could do. So it's about going into new territory, doing new things. And that can be physical or metaphorical in terms of reading new books or exploring new topics or taking different courses at college, whatever it is that is going to expand your life experience and grow your soul, which is what you came to do, I do believe. And I hope that makes sense. All right. Hello, Krista. I didn't see you there. That was Nehal. Debbie, you're next. Debbie, then Krista, and then Terry. So Debbie, I saw your name today. I was working in my list management software and I saw your name and thought of you because I thought of you and your friend. Yeah, it's just good. I hope everything is good with you. Okay, Debbie. What the cards want to tell Debbie today they're like little happy faces. I just love them. It's number 16. They're dandelions, and the caption is optimism, which we can all use. And I have no doubt that there are things in your life that you can be optimistic about. That 1, that is you. That 6, that is your responsible path and the service that you're doing to the community that you are with, and that emotional and experiential impact that you have that would come under the 6. It's the place where we find duty and beauty and all sorts of really, really wonderful energies that promote the human family. And they're adding together into 7, which is the teacher. And the teacher is like a coin. You're learning on the one side, you're teaching on the other. The 2 are always going hand in hand, because as you are, if you're teaching in a classroom, You're also learning about your students and their reactions and responses and how you're going to deliver things. And if you are learning, if you're deliberately sitting down with a textbook, you're teaching the people around you what it looks like for somebody to study and take seriously and be involved in furthering their education. So it's always, 7 is always the teaching and the learning. Sometimes when it comes up in a chart, and a 7 year can have a lot of challenges in it, because that's how we learn. That's how we learn. So 7 is teaching and learning. And if you are having challenges, you can be optimistic about the outcome, and you can look at the lessons that are coming to you in that way. All right, that was Debbie. Krista is next, and then Terry. And I don't see anybody. I am expecting somebody else who's not quite as far west as Terry, but nearly. Said she would be here. Interesting. Okay, Krista. Krista. The cards want Krista to know today. Okay, this comes up at different times for many different things, but it is a reminder that you are held in an embrace of love from many different directions. 9 is, because we're always adding up to a single number, 9 is the highest number. It's the one that contains all of the energies. It's the one that reveals how everything is connected to everything else. And because we live in a universe of well-being that is sourced in unconditional love, you are in a place of ongoing and eternal love. There are manifestations of love from other dimensions coming into your life and supporting you and upholding you. And these are the little yellow flowers, and yellow is that third chakra, that seat of the personality, that place of self-esteem and self-understanding and hopefully self-honoring. And as the season goes on, and the bees do their stuff, the flowers develop into little tiny blue berries. That's why it's called a blue bead lily. Tiny little blueberries, which, not blueberries, but berries that are blue. And blue, of course, is the throat chakra. So it's the energy of communication. So the idea of a personality and communication from a place of love all come together, and everything is interconnected. Everything that's been past is still here, and everything that is yet to come is here already, if we will just embrace it and move into it. This is a really nice card. I don't know what's going on in your life, but it's very often a message from people on the other side of the transition to non-physical. Okay, who was that? That was Krista. Terry. Okay, Pam offered me a good day. Thank you. Fridays are always lovely. Hey, Kathleen, absolutely yes. I'm going to read for Terry, and then you're next. That is very cool. Makes me happy. All right, Terry. Terry. Who we're coming up. Oh, 2, 3, 4. Everything's going in the right order. My time signature right now is 2, 3, 4. I like that. I like sequences. All right, for Terry. Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on with you. I do know a small amount about your life, but I don't know what this is about. Rotten grapes, they have stayed on the vine. They've been neglected on the vine, and they're not ever going to be edible as grapes, and they're not ever going to be useful to make wine or even vinegar. The only thing that they are good for now is when they fall and create a really nourishing, beautiful bed in which the seeds can germinate and thrive, because this is going to be such nutrient rich ground for them to grow in. It's a card that says draw a line under what's gone before, because it's over and we're not going back. All we can do is take what was there and use it to propel us forward and for things to be better. 27, the 2 is about community, about relationships, about who you are with other people, and that energy. 7 is the teacher, sometimes challenges, always a learning experience, and they're adding together to a 9. So again, with the 9, that interconnectedness of all things. And just as these grapes connect us to what they used to be in the past and are preparing us for what's coming in the future, that 9 energy is present in your life, because everything in your life, everything in your awareness and in your past and in your future and in your essence, it's all connected, and it's all absolutely vital to the the expression of yourself in the world. Is that making any sense at all? I don't know of anything where you've had a hard transition from past to future. It's really, I think you've got a deck of these cards, but I love they're so rancid and swollen, and what's the word for what they do? What kimchi does and dill pickles. Oh dear, completely lost my vocabulary today. Oh dear, somebody help me out. What's the word for? It's supposed to be really, really good for us. It's probiotics in our diet. We need to be eating. Not that anybody should be eating rotten grapes. Not saying that. Endings and rich beginnings. Okay, I'm glad that's perfect for you. That is great. That is really, really good. And Tanya, yes, breathe. All right, so I'm going to read for Kathleen. Fermentation. There we go. I didn't even need somebody to write it for me. So thank you if you were in the process. Did finally get there. Yeah, so if that is making sense. Yeah, very rich, nourished beginnings with benefits, with more benefits than usual, Terry, if that makes sense. It's not just a new beginning, and it's not somebody got the beginnings card where there's this thrusting up through what was there before and setting that aside. But this one is like, this is going to be so good because of what went before. So yeah, a very rich, thick, deep, profound beginning. All right, this is for Kathleen. It's the one on the very end. Oh, I think I know. Oh, I'm sorry, it's freezing. Oh. You're getting all the numbers, Tanya. Okay. I don't know what to tell you, Kathleen, except that I guess you can maybe catch the video later. We're we're I can't see how long we've been on. I guess 40 minutes. So 35, 30 minutes you can. So this is Kathleen's number 18. Love the number 18. The one that is you, the 8 that is the flow of cosmic energy, that is the fairness and the balance of life, that is the weighing back and forth, the two lobes of the 8. There's so much symbolism in that. And then they're adding together to that 9 that is all things, that is the interconnectedness of all things, because all is one and one is all. And when we understand that, then we begin to understand the meaning of our lives. This barley, love this barley. It's in full fruit, ready to be harvested and made into well, bread or beer, right? This was one of the things when people were able to settle in villages and grow grain and bake bread and brew beer, and were able, instead of being nomadic, they were able to be settled in one place, which meant that they could sit around the fire at night and look at the stars and begin to question the reasons, the purpose, the meaning of their lives and of the world and of the heavens and of all of those things. So there's a lovely energy of finding purpose and of understanding that each of us, there is meaning in our presence. We are here because there is purpose to our lives, always, always, always. And being the individual, being in that flow, then allows us to be connected to all the things on the physical and the mental and the spiritual planes. And I'm not sure, this is Kathleen, I don't know what specifically this is coming for. Is this another spammer? I'm so sorry, people. It's really getting very frustrating. I will. Oh, and maybe you're not seeing it because I'm not getting the option to hide that. So maybe it's already hidden. I don't know. Let me know. Kathleen, yes, meaning getting very clear about how you are expressing the meaning of your life and whether or not the life you're living right now is meeting the purposes that you believe you came for. I think perhaps that's part of it. And that 8 is so important because it's finding that balance, right? It's that the lovely symmetry that comes when we write an 8. We can divide it into a 3 and a backwards 3. They're mirror images. Or we can divide it top and bottom into 2 circles, and they're mirror images too. So this is very, very annoying. I have to believe. Oh, I'm so sorry it's freezing. Nobody else has mentioned problems today. That doesn't necessarily mean there weren't any, but sometimes it's very, very bad. And yet somehow the recording is a whole lot. Oh, I'm sorry, Penelope. That is not very ideal. I don't know who to blame. There's nothing wrong with mine, and I'm pretty sure I can't impact your terminal. The only thing that we're all sharing is the Facebook software, so I'm quite content with blaming them. Okay, all right. So I don't know. The logics of it are very, very confusing. Oh, Krista, I did, but It will be on the recording if you, Krista. I'm sorry, I have no idea. I have the cards all here. I don't have a clue which one was yours. But you've reminded me that I will draw. Oh dear, I'm going to draw a card for the community, for people who are watching the video who weren't here, or who are here and elected not to speak up. Cookie, you are welcome. I don't know if that's a sign that you're going, but if you are, bye-bye. We'll see you again soon. And I'm going to, okay, community card. And if you're watching the video, if you're watching on Facebook, please like and follow the page. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. And if you're not signed up for my newsletter, please do that. There is a place on the Facebook page. It's pinned at the top where you can click through and get onto the newsletter. Or you can go to my website, and there are links on almost every page, I think. Certainly on the opening page. Community card, number 19, which is a lovely number. Of course it is. I love numbers. The 1 that is ourselves, the 9 that is the interconnection of all things, right? And then they add up to 10, which is the 1 that is ourselves, and the 0 that represents everything in the cosmos that is all united as a single unit. And then they add up, the 1 and the 0 add up to the self containing all things that are all connected, and bringing in that connection into our very experience. This is the white pine. Potential. At the center of these clusters of pine needles, it is possible to make just the tiniest of adjustments to decide where you're going to go forward, what is the direction you want to take, and that tiny adjustment just gets bigger and bigger and bigger as time goes forward, and distance becomes greater from the starting point. So where you sit in the heart of it, you have the potential to make so many choices, and there's really no limit to where you can go, because you have that connection and those resources. And it comes back, I'm always preaching, all the time preaching about finding a quiet practice, finding a way to get centered and into the wisdom that you carry, because it is there, the deep wisdom in yourself. This March, on the Saturdays of March, I'm doing a Zoom series, just a sort of sampler section of different kinds of quiet practice. So tomorrow I'm doing a guided visualization, and then later on I'm doing, I don't know the order that they're in, but one with a mantra, and one with chanting, and one with something else. There are 4 Saturdays, and I picked 4 things. So if you're interested, because not everybody knows what it is they would like to do, or they think they would like to try, I don't know, a particular kind of meditation, but they don't know for sure, and they don't want to sign up for 27 sessions or something like that. So just to try a little, one short session, doesn't take a lot of time, and you're free to leave. So there's Zooms at 11 o'clock on Saturday morning, and I know tomorrow is a guided visualization, and I haven't settled on a certain program, but I think very possibly just finding that place within where you can be connected and creative, I think, is probably where that will be. So that's going to be March the 6th. And the schedule is on my website. If you go to joleith.com to the events tab, the information is there, as well as the link to the Zoom session. So that's very available for you. What else can I tell you? Tuesdays at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Time. Everything is Eastern Time that I talk about. Tuesdays at 2, I do a meditation that is usually a small visualization, and then some time with just some music for you to get very centered and be with, do that breathe thing that Tanya's card told her she needs to do, just to take that pause, be in the here and now. And it's it's very, but it's a nice way to spend it, half an hour on a Tuesday afternoon. It really is, just to really step away from all the busyness and be in yourself and in your life. I don't quite understand this. This clock is lying to me. It says that we're at an hour and 15, and we're so not, because it was 2 o'clock when I turned it on. I don't get what it was, what it's telling me. So we're at, it's 2:52. Sometimes people come in late. That happens, or not late, but near the end. And I've still got some people out west that I'm kind of expecting. What else can we talk about? What else is going on? I was playing in my list management system today and getting rid of some of the there's an astonishing number of ways that email can bounce. Can bounce because the mailbox is full, or it can bounce because the email has been suspended, which I'm not sure what that means, or it can bounce because it's non-existent, which is very interesting. Although I did notice that somebody had misspelled Hotmail and they had come up as non-existent, so that kind of makes sense, but I repaired that. There was another one, non-existent. Anyway, whatever. Lots and lots of oh, okay. Thank you, Chantal. Yes, it should be 51 minutes. I don't understand quite what, yeah, once again, what is Facebook doing? I think I told you I've got a new screen for the lives with a different configuration. And today it sent me a notice telling me that I'm going to get one of my other pages, the Moving Towards a Changed World, that is just a place where I poke some articles and things. Evidently, it's going to be made over and improved, and you will be able to socialize in different ways. Well, it's not actually a social page, so why would I want to do that? They improve it and improve it, and I resist the change. I have to say, I get in my little groove and I just want to groove along, doing what I do. Technology is not my happiest of places, although I have to say, I love that it's here. It's I'm at, I think this is Friday Live number 50. We're coming up to an anniversary of the lockdown here where I am. The last public event that I attended, and Tanya was there, was March the 13th last year. So next week it's going to be March the 12th, Friday, and I have got some special awesome I Ching cards. So a year ago that's what I did, was a workshop talking about the I Ching, which is ancient and is complex. It's a wonderful, wonderful tool for answering specific questions and working with synchronicity to find really, really profound truths. It's wonderful. Takes a lot of time. Is reasonably complex, and certainly something that you can book a session and we can do that for you if that's what you're if you think that that will answer your questions. But I found this wonderful little deck that is like I Ching light, I Ching 101. I don't know. Very easy, very simple. The cards have a tiny interpretation on them so that for an event like this, for a Facebook Live, we can just turn the cards and see and get an instant, simple answer. It's not doing justice to the full breadth and amazingness that is the I Ching, but it's enough to honor it, I think. And because it's going to be a year since that last event, I'm looking forward to doing it. So that's, yeah, next Friday. I'm going to pull those. Looking forward to it. I am. And what else can I talk about? There are blogs are up and current. The forecast for March went in on 1st March, I think. It is there. So if you get my newsletter, you would have got a link to that. If you don't get my newsletter, you can go to the website, read the blog, and sign up for the newsletter, and then you won't miss any more. What else? What else? I've got 2:57 as my time here. So I'm, and I don't know, I think Chantal, you are still here. There are 2 people still present, which is very nice. Thank you for hanging in, Chantal and whoever the other one is, and Forrest, so that's 3 if he's still around. Tuesday meditation, Saturday quiet practice, booking sessions in on Sundays and Tuesdays are my busiest days as far as meeting with individual clients. I'm available to do Zoom sessions if you're doing like girls' night in and stuff like that. Yeah, yes, that's so good. Forrest, thank you for staying. I look forward to talking to you soon when I can see your gorgeous face, because that's what's missing from this. We need to be coming to some of the Zoom things sometimes, and that way I can see you. So March is lovely energy. I'm liking March. We've got that flow going on. We've got, oh, thank you, Chantal. There is, and I feel in my own life, I feel movement, I feel spirit. Oh, hi, Penelope. Thank you for staying. That's so nice. I think, however, I've got 2:59 now, so I think the late people are not coming. My person out west who said she was coming is not here, and she's missed it. But thank you so much. And if you're watching the video, thank you for watching all the way to the end. I really appreciate that. So everybody stay home if you can. We're still having to be very careful. Stay home if you can. Stay safe if you go out, and stay away from anything that could put you at risk. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will look forward to seeing you again next Friday. All right. Namaste. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Penelope.